Hi, my name is Catrice, and I'm with the Pensacola Small Business Exchange. And today we're going to continue part two of branding. And last week we discussed delivering a clear message, and there were six important things that you had to do in order for you to deliver a clear message. This week we're going to be talking about confirming your credibility. And the reason why we're discussing the importance behind confirming your credibility is because it has a lot to do with building your reputation. And when you talk about building your reputation in business, it can make or break you as far as business is concerned. So it's really important that the credibility that you build is something that is worthwhile having. So there are five things that you need to have in order for you to actually build your credibility, and we're going to go over those things today. Now, the first thing that you have to have is being yourself. A lot of people, whenever you're talking to them, within the first 5 minutes, you kind of know whether or not they are actually being who they are. They will show you one thing, but then maybe a month later, there's someone totally different, and that you find out that that person has been faking you out for a long time. Well, if you know someone that has done that, you know automatically that their credibility is not good, because people will say whether or not you are genuine or you are true to who you are. So it's very important that you are always who you say you are from the very beginning. Another thing is that you want to be upfront and you want to be honest with people. This is imperative. And the reason why it's so important is because if you tell someone the truth up front and you're honest with them from the very beginning, they'll trust you with their business and with the people that they know business. See, in order for you to get business, you have to be able to show people that you are trustworthy. And if you are not a trustworthy person, it gets around quickly and you will not get the business that you're looking for. So it's important that you are upfront and you're honest and you mean what you say and you say what you mean. The next thing is that you want to be consistent. Now, when you hear the words be yourself and be upfront and honest, you can be yourself and be upfront and honest, but not be consistent in the way you do business. And so it's important that when people see that you do good work, that you do good work all the time. It is important that when people see you being on time in one meeting, that you're on time in every single meeting. Consistency is what shows people that you are someone that they can actually trust and that you are loyal to, not just your own business, but to their business as well. So being consistent and being constantly doing the same thing all the time as far as business is concerned is imperative and very important to making sure that you build your credibility the proper way. Another thing is that you want to be visible. Now, when we say being visible, there are two kinds of ways that you can be visible. One, you can be visible on a physical level, and then you can also be visible as far as on a social media level on the internet. Now, we're going to talk about both of those things. The physical aspect of it is being maybe a part of going to different business meetings or being a part of different groups, and you're participating in that. You can be helping children out with as far as volunteering on baseball teams. And you'd be surprised how many business owners have kids that they do different things for their kids, and it helps them in business in the long run because they're talking to other business owners. And then there's special projects like, for example, helping the American Cancer Society doing the 5K run. All kinds of things like that are really good as far as building your business is concerned. And it's also getting you out there and allowing you to be visible. However, being visible doesn't necessarily mean that you have to spend money. So there are ways that you can be visible. Like, for example, you can be visible inside of a grocery store. I went to a restaurant recently a couple of days ago, and I sat down and I was talking to someone that owns a very prominent business here in my area in Pensacola. And I promise you, we had the best time. And it was just conversation. We passed cards around. But I made my business visible and I explained to people what it is that I do and how I do it and how I make my money. But that got me a really good contact. So you definitely want to be visible, not just in as far as going to these business groups, but you also want to be visible whenever you're talking to people in a grocery store or at a restaurant, or even whenever you're waiting in line for tickets to a concert. You can spend all that time making yourself visible that way so people know who you are. As far as social media is concerned, you need to be visible on every aspect of social media. If you do not have a Facebook account, if you don't have a website, if you don't have YouTube or Twitter, or if you're not on LinkedIn or you don't have a blog or something that's going to get you noticed, it's going to be very hard for people to find you and even really trust you. When people can see who you are as a person, they can understand the type of person that you are, and that creates trusting and loyalty towards them because they feel like they know you, even on a video. Like right now, you're listening to what I'm saying, and I'm talking to you face to face, and I'm telling you, hey, these are things that are important. And a lot of people that looked at the last video, I've gotten a lot of hits off of that because they understand the information that I'm giving is good, solid information. But had I not did the video, they would not know who I am. So it's really important that you allow yourself to be visible, not just on a physical aspect, but also on a social media aspect, so people can see you and know who you are. And then the last thing that you want to do, as far as building your credibility and confirming it, is to make sure that you never down anyone else's business. That is the most important thing. You can do business with a lot of people, but if you talk about somebody else's business, they're going to scrutinize your business a whole lot more to see where your flaws are. So it's really important that whenever you're doing business, even if someone else starts talking about somebody's business, that you not say anything negative about that person's business. Now, I know that we've all been guilty, even myself, I've been guilty of doing it in the past, but because of you trying to build credibility in your own business, it is important that you do not do that at all for any means or purpose. So with that being said, you've got 6 different things that you need to think about concerning building credibility. We're going to go back over them again. One is making sure that you are yourself. It is imperative that you make sure that you be yourself at all times. Number 2, you want to be as upfront and as honest as possible with the people that you are doing business with. And even if you're not doing business, just be honest, because people will trust you and they'll become more loyal to you in the long run. And then another thing is that you want to make sure that you will be consistent on a daily basis. You want to be the same thing all the time. And then you also want to be visible. You want to be physically visible, and you want to be social media visible to your people. And then the last thing is that you never put anyone else's business down. If you do these 6 things, I guarantee you the credibility for your business will continue. And that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for taking time to watch us, and we look forward to seeing you and hearing more from you in the Pensacola Small Business Exchange. Have a good day. Bye-bye.